Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
All right, if you are staying home for this Memorial Day weekend, there is no shortage of things to do. Here's some live pictures from Hart Plaza, where the Movement Electronic Music Festival is set to get underway tomorrow.
But if that's not your thing, how about the Tigers? The Tigers are taking on the Guardians all weekend at Comerica Park. It's a huge divisional series.
But for all of that to happen, we really need the weather to cooperate. Check out Exact Track 4D radar. A few sprinkles way to the north there. Pretty chilly, though.
Not too bad. Let's get started with the forecast for the next few days. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Forewarned meteorologist Ron Hilliard is in for Kim Adams tonight. Ron, might not be pool weather, but can we at least see the sun? Come on.
Yeah, we're going to get some chances of sunshine and improving temperatures, Kimberly and Ty. And despite a few rain showers right now here in southeast Michigan, I think it's fair to say Detroit is the place to be this weekend. So those showers popping up right now in the thumb. We have seen them throughout the day around Sandusky. Port Sanilac getting some of that action. Croswell, we have some sprinkles with us as well. Going downtown right now, we are cloudy. We are not seeing any rain. We are dry. That's the case for most of us here in Metro Detroit. We're in the lower to mid 50s across the map with those winds out of the west-northwest and the northwest about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, if you are heading to Comerica Park, you might want to take the jacket with you, a hoodie, just being prepared for the cool weather that we have persisting with us. A stray sprinkle, not out of the question. We are going to be seeing those temps in the mid 50s, finally getting into the lower 50s downtown. So after the game, you will have that additional chill as those temperatures will be cooler. So the rain chances are winding down. It is staying cool, but we do get some relief next week. That's all coming up. Kimberly, Ty.
Now, here's your time saver traffic.
Well, good Friday, everybody. Well, normally it wouldn't be good if you see this, but I got some great news for you. Check this out. 92 of the 158 construction projects that are going on throughout the state of Michigan are being suspended through Tuesday morning. So we go from all those barrels to, well, not just one. We do have some that are out, but at least you get a little bit of a reprieve for that. So I wanted to just make you aware of that. Also, this may not be so good when you're coming back from up north. If you're headed up north, not going to run into any issues, but southbound I-75, that Zilwaukee Bridge area from Crane to Bay City Road is closed through June the 27th. That's the southbound side. The northbound side, you'll be able to make it up north, but coming back, please plan or allocate a little bit of extra time. Detour isn't that bad though. Southbound I-75 to southbound I-675 back to southbound I-75. So it's all freeway, easy workaround for you to get through that time. That is your time saver traffic. Have a great and safe Memorial Day weekend.
You too, Darnell. Thank you. Our other top story tonight, police in Clawson are actively searching for a third suspect in connection to a deadly shooting.
This is Tylaj Clark Spencer. He is 21 years old and he is 6'5". Let's go live to Jay Scott Smith in Clawson tonight. Jay, what do we know about the investigation at this hour?
Well, good evening, Ty and Kim. Good evening, everybody. And as mentioned, they're still trying to figure out exactly what happened here. For what we do know, as mentioned, the suspect we're looking for, that the police are looking for, is 21-year-old Tylaj Clark Spencer. He's, again, 21, 6'5", about 205 pounds, and he is wanted in connection with this shooting that happened last night. It happened around 10:30 p.m. near 14 Mile Road and Renshaw here in Clawson. The victim, who has yet to be identified, was taken to Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak, where he was pronounced dead. Now, as mentioned, the shooting also led earlier to a brief standoff in Royal Oak this morning on the 1200 block of Butternut Avenue. It led to a heavy police presence throughout the morning, and 2 suspects in this shooting were taken into custody. However, there is still the matter of the third suspect still on the run. He's 21-year-old Tylaj Clark Spencer, again, 6'5", about 215 pounds, and anybody who knows his whereabouts or happens to see him is being asked to contact the Clawson Police Department. We're live in Clawson. I'm Jay Scott Smith for Local 4.
All right, thanks for the update. Hopefully they catch up with that suspect soon.
Over the past month, there's been no shortage of issues involving leadership in the city of Hamtramck. First, you've got council members being accused of not actually living in the city. Then there's a saga with the police chief. He's being suspended amid some serious allegations detailed in an anonymous memo. Now add to that, the city manager says he's about to get fired. All of that is coming to a head as we speak at a special city council meeting. So let's get right out to Jacqueline Francis. She's live at that meeting. Jacqueline, there's a whole lot going on with this story.
So much happening here, and it's a small meeting room with a lot going on inside. I've covered plenty of city council meetings here. This is the most packed I've seen it, and if you think about it, it's 4 o'clock on a holiday weekend. So right there, that shows the interest. Now we're looking at live pictures into the meeting where public comment continues. And really in this situation, you've got the mayor and the city manager who are at odds. In public comment so far, many people have spoken out in defense of the city manager, saying do not fire him. These people believe the city manager was right to suspend the police chief after an anonymous letter was sent to state police accusing the chief of grooming members of the department. The mayor is accusing the city manager of suspending the chief in retaliation. Let's take a listen to what some people have had to say so far.
Y'all are shameful. We deserve better. There are people in this city who have needs. Thank you. None of them are being met by this city.
Your childish temper tantrums make us look like we're being run by a bunch of toddlers. Do better and be better.
This is another live look into the meeting that's continuing to go on. We're going to get back up there and get into the meeting to continue to bring you coverage. But again, the big question is, will the city manager be fired at today's meeting? We should have that answer within the next hour or so, and we'll bring it to you. Reporting live in Hamtramck, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline, we'll let you get back in there. Thank you so much. Snap the QR code to get caught up on what's been going on in Hamtramck. There's that QR code. We have a special section there just to get you caught up on what you need to know.
Now to this, President Trump is doubling down on tariffs, and the markets are down just as Memorial Day sales begin. You're looking live at pictures of the White House right now. President Trump is taking to social media once again, saying the European Union is unfair to the U.S. and warning about a 50% tariff on June 1st. The harsh words were just hours before the U.S. trade team met with its EU counterparts in Belgium.
One of the things that people assume is that Trump here was trying to create some negotiating leverage for his trade team, basically trying to rattle the cage of the Europeans.
The president is also taking aim at Apple and its CEO, Tim Cook, demanding the company make the iPhone here in the U.S. or face a 25% tariff.
Tonight, Help Me Hank is working to get answers for a homeowner with an unusual problem.
Yeah, he says the water department and DTE did work on his front of his home, and then a large hole started forming right in his front yard. He thinks they might be connected. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester picks up the story from there. Hank.
The hole right here, annoying, a nuisance, also a safety concern. How would you like this in your yard? It has been here for almost 2 years, but now help finally on the way. How long has this been like this?
3 years.
3?
3 years.
Oh my gosh, annoying.
Extremely annoying.
But also a safety hazard.
A safety hazard. So that's what I was concerned about.
Carmen Ramirez has been dealing with this problem for far too long. And this hole, which at one point was actually hidden, injured her husband.
Well, he was raking leaves here.
Your husband was?
Yes,
Yeah.
and he fell all the way down in that hole up to his hip. And so that's when we were alerted that it was even there.
You didn't know the hole was there?
We didn't know it was there until
and he went down.
And he went down.
The mystery surrounding the hole growing deeper by the day. DTE, DWSD, who exactly is responsible? A spokesperson for DWSD saying yesterday our field team at DWSD went out to investigate and confirmed that we have no assets near the hole. Our team has since made the area safe. So you were calling DTE, you were calling DWSD, you were calling anybody that you'd seen out here at some point.
Yes.
And you just couldn't really seem to get an answer.
I could not.
Then today, the team from DTE rolling in full force. The crew's out here today in Detroit filling in this hole that had been such a big problem for so many years. You feeling better now?
I feel better.
Good.
I feel better.
Yeah,
yes,
good.
yes. So that's my main goal. I appreciate you jumping in and taking care of it. I watch you on Channel 4 all the time.
We got taken care of.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. back out here live. The most important thing here on the east side, this hole now covered, safe and secure. They'll be out here to throw some soil on there, get some grass growing for the summer. They take a lot of pride here in their yard, so you want it to look good. Now, the mystery regarding the hole itself, it actually is getting even deeper. DWSD says it's not their issue. DTE says it wasn't their issue. They did this as a courtesy. DTE did a little more digging today and said that crews with Miss Dig were out here about a year and a half ago, and they believe it's tied to a sewer line. No comment from DWSD, but most importantly, this problem now taken care of. We're live here tonight on the east side. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank. Ty, we'll send it back to you.
Well done, Hank. It's sad that you have to get out there to get this thing done, but you got it done. So great job.